Now, let's talk about understanding PR crises. In this section, we're going to break down why they happen and how to spot trouble before it spirals out of control. Our readings show that most crises follow patterns, and recognizing early signals can save a brand's reputation because they're able to respond quicker. So, what counts as a PR crisis? A PR crisis isn't just a mistake, it's a moment when public trust is at risk. Thanks to social media, even small issues can blow up fast. A customer tweet, a leaked email, or a viral video can trigger global attention in minutes. The difference between a blip and a full blown crisis is response speed and tone. By responding quickly and in the right tone, you can keep the blip small. If you respond wrongly, it can escalate. Any event that threatens the brand reputation or public trust can be considered a potential PR crisis. It can either begin offline or online, but it spreads online faster. These types of events require quick, clear, and coordinated communication. So there are two different types of crises. We can break them down into internal crises and external crises. Internal issues start inside the companies, things like a CEO scandal, negative staff behavior, or even like a security breach. External issues come from outside company forces, things like angry customers or unpredictable events. Both types of issues or crises can explode on social media, but the internal ones can feel more personal because they can reveal cracks in a company's culture or leadership. So here's a list of common triggers of crises: products and service failures, controversial post, insensitive or tone deaf marketing, executive missteps, customer data leaks, and negative press or online reviews. Often the original mistake can be very small, but poor communication after the mistake will magnify the results of it. Think of PR crises like fires. They often start with a spark, not with an explosion, but that spark can still grow to something very big if it's not handled quickly. There are always red flags for crises, data patterns, comment surges, or even internal chatter that we can look at and see a crisis might be coming. Social media monitoring tools can pick up changes in tone or volume long before mainstream media does. Remember to watch for patterns, not just individual complaints. So, what are some things we can look for to spot trouble early? We can use social media listening tools like Hootsuite, Sprout Social, or Brandwatch to monitor media dashboards, employee feedback channels, and engage in crisis simulation drills. The early warning signs that we'd be looking for are things like spikes in negative mentions, sudden drops in positive sentiment, repeated complaints about the same issues, employees publicly publicly uh, employees publicly posting concerns. There we go. And journalists asking for comments before you've issued a statement. Many brands rely on technology to monitor keywords and sentiment trends, but human judgment matters too, especially when you're interpreting tone or cultural sensitivity. Combining data with awareness can create a true early warning system. Let's look at a few cases where companies missed the signs for a crisis. Each of these companies had warning signs, things like customer complaints or social buzz or even security concerns, but delayed or dismissive reactions turned small sparks into PR infernos. These cases show why it's crucial to act fast and stay transparent. So, in the first case, we have the case of United Airlines where they overbooked the flight and decided to force random passengers off the plane. If you don't remember, one passenger was refusing to get off and he left with a bloodied nose and kind of got beat up pretty badly by the security that removed him from the plane. Social media really went into this. United kind of ignored it, blamed the passenger at first, and it really was a bad look for the airline. Equifax had a security breach that they delayed reaction to and weren't really um, acting like acting as if it weren't an emergency, and this led to some big time complaints from customers and a large settlement, as you see, over $575 million. And finally, more of the tone deaf type marketing was Pepsi's ad featuring Kendall Jenner, where she solved world peace with a Pepsi. So it was just sort of tone deaf given all the protests that were going on at the time that the commercial was made. All of these companies had opportunities to handle it, but they ignored the problem and they moved on uh, without even responding to it at first, and it made the problem bigger and bigger. So to sum up, most crises are predictable. They follow patterns. By recognizing early signals and things like spikes in negativity, viral customer complaints, or internal warnings, brands can prepare and respond to the crises before things go public. In the next part, we're going to look at how to design. Well, first, we'll analyze a few different crisis responses from the last couple of years, and then we'll design a crisis response plan to help keep trust intact even under pressure.